I was going to say that's a little biased, but that's okay. I can be biased about myself. Okay. Hey, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are going to talk about a pre-owned fashion related topic. So let's go ahead and get started. So I know a lot of people enjoy pre-owned and or are intrigued by it, but are also scared to make that leap on their own. And with good reason, because there are things out there where you have just shady sellers. You also have an abundance of shady listings, all of those things that factor in. And it doesn't always end well if you end up getting an item that is not as what you thought it would be. So, no one really wants to deal with that. And I have a few videos where I do talk about this type of topic. One of them where I did show some more examples. So we're only going to touch on a few today. But if you're enjoying this, you all have questions, make sure you leave those down below, and that will let me know to do another video where we can either go a little bit more in depth. I can talk about more examples, what have you, or we can also talk about other topics as well related to this same thing. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you're seeing here, now first off, these are listings that I saw on eBay and just wanted to use them as examples. This is not to say that these companies are shady in any way or anything of that nature. This is just more so just to show you examples of things that you want to look out for. You have a lot of people who don't know any better or just aren't really good at listing information that you need. And so make sure it doesn't stop at that. You can always reach out and ask questions. Okay, so first off is going to be to make sure that if you are looking for an item, it's okay that the first photo of it or a couple of the photos that are used are product photos, but you want to actually see photos of an actual item. So I'll use this one as an example here. This person could have very well listed this item because they had multiple sizes, so they just maybe use this as a shortcut. But I would say make sure that you're paying attention to this piece here to make sure that you are doing what you can to protect yourself. Most of the makeup of the listing is stock photos. I would, if you still want to move forward, I would immediately just reach out to the seller and ask them for photos of the actual item. A lot of times when I see photos where it's just stock photos, for example, if you're seeing this for like a handbag that is used, you should not see all stock photos. It is a used piece. Even if it's a brand new piece, you want to see in their possession what that item actually looks like. And so if you feel comfortable, you still want to move forward, make sure you reach out to the seller and ask them for actual photos. And if the seller does not respond or they only show you one photo of the item, I would move on. I will go ahead and move on. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You may have to be patient, but that's okay. You can find something. My name is India. If this is your first time watching this video, thank you so much for checking my channel out. I really do appreciate it. I have a lifestyle channel here pretty much, so I do have a passion for handbags, pre-owned handbags for sure, but I also do throw in other lifestyle topics, product reviews, so definitely make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Also, please go ahead and subscribe if you like a little variety in your life and you want to see a mixture of topics. I'm a great channel to do. I was about to say that's a little biased, but that's okay. I can be biased about myself. Okay, so next up is going to be just when something looks off. Okay, so first off, before we even get into that, just because a listing says authentic does not guarantee anything. That's literally just words on the screen. That is what somebody chose to type in. I actually don't understand why people actually do type in like authentic, because to me, as a person who I do this all the time, that doesn't make me trust the listing more because you type in authentic. I would actually ignore that. That saying authentic in the listing is the same as you telling me the item is purple, the item is made of leather, and that it's brand new or not. Like, it is a detail. It is not a guarantee of anything. So do not pay attention to that when people type that in there. I think some people do it just to help sell an item, but don't get fooled by that. Now, the other thing that looks off about this photo here, this item, is the fact that it looks very much like a Birkin, and the brand says YSL. Now, I'm not an expert on YSL. However, all of that, as well as the photos that are used, the construction of the piece, look off to me, and would be something that I would say would be a listing that I would not consider. But this is something where if something doesn't look quite right, maybe you're not an expert, maybe you're not that good at, like, you're new to this. What you want to make sure is that you become an expert, or as much of an expert as possible, in that item that you're looking for. So, for example, if there's a specific item that you're looking for, then make sure you become an expert on that item, right? That style bag. So that way you can be familiar with what it actually looks like. If you're just looking for brand, it's a little bit different. But immediately when I see this, I'm seeing, yeah, this listing looks off to me. And so it's just not something that I would pursue. Okay. And then lack of information in the description. If you get past all of that and there's hardly any information in the description, like you're seeing on the screen here, that is something also to be concerned about. Sometimes you have individual sellers that don't know any better. They don't know that they should be very detailed with the description, and they should have a lot of photos. Then it's okay to reach out to the seller and ask more information. But this would, kind of trigger me, especially if it's a listing, or it's from a seller who is basically presenting themselves as a company or someone professional, then, and it's not like an individual person. I would be wary of that, and ask more questions. I've seen some sellers that will put up a listing and the photos are blurry. They're just not that great. And I've reached out before and asked and said, can you send more photos? Like, I can't even read blah, blah, blah. And because of their volume is how they explain it to me, which I can imagine. You can look at their listings and how many they sold to see how much volume that they're doing, or get a sense of it. They'll say, like, they can't give me more photos. So I need to make that choice whether I want to walk away or not. And I usually walk away because I need to see what I'm getting. So these are a few tips that you want to look for when you're looking for listings, if you're looking for something on your own. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.